Open the eyes of the people. Not to let them accept Rastafari, but just to let them see and that they can show Rastafari the respect that they deserve.
We gathering around the fire flame. 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 Some people poses, they need a frame. I am a lion, we not the same. My elder with me round the fire flame. My elder with me round the fire flame. Fire flame, fire flame, fire flame. We tryna ball like a Laker game. We beat the drum round the fire flame. The empress so bad that I gotta claim. Young Mai, she called me my nickname. I was born like a lion, I wasn't trained. And I told that little empress I'm hard to tame. We spark and we pass round the fire flame.
Each one teach one. Stay away from fuck niggas and take care of your moms.
Time for a change of the guard. Time for a change of the guard.
Yo, welcome. Welcome you in for a treat today. You know, everybody knows by now, you see the thumbnail up there. Kanye came out with the White Lives Matter shirt with Candace Owens. Had some crazy things to say about George Floyd. So all of this just goes to show you can't worship celebrities or take these celebrities too seriously when they come into these spaces of activism. But let's just get right into it. I ain't the type to talk you to death. We're gonna let Truthstorian teach. Share the show, hit the yeah. My brother, peace. Shout out to Edward Enigma 9x9 in the building as usual. So let's get into it. Shout out to my brother Bibio,
Yo,
one of the
peace,
originals.
everyone.
Let's go.
This whole time I was talking, I done gave a monologue and nobody heard me. Yo, we're gonna have a great broadcast today. Yo, I rhymed all of y'all names. I gave y'all special Ashe shout outs. And I'm like, my bad, y'all. Yo, I done set the whole thing up and start about to share my screen. And then I looked, I was like, let me just hover over this real second. It said, add to stream. Oh, man. Yo, I really had warm regards for all the 15 people in here. I done poured my heart out. I'm half lit. Okay. How do I even
hit the
recap
motherfucking
this?
Cash App scam guard? This is
So
what you
first
niggas
of all,
want.
I want to say I said as usual hello to Chauncey and Adrian because they was the first cats that I saw in here, and that was the motivation for starting the show because I wouldn't be talking to myself. And then I saw my man Coach in here early, so I said early. Then I see Grown Man and the Bibio in here, and I said, oh, we got a flow. Then I said, let's start the show. So here we go. I had the rap rhyme format already laid it out. It went smooth down the line, and I led it right to, well, I can at least remember this part because my short-term memory is not quite gone. It's the other parts. But I thought, like this giant, we'll see. It was this. It was the question of, okay, do I start this? I said, people around these parts who come here, they enjoy parts of history. But this is one of those things, one of those channels where I hope between Rob Bourne, Sanab, and myself and the others who present Kaba, that we present themes that can be relatable today. Not necessarily in the same way, but they have points of emphasis that you can see and analyze in today's times. To understand that, I said history repeats itself, right? And so that's, yeah, litty lit early, son. God bless legalization and God bless 90 degrees for the weekend in the NYC nation. Let me give y'all a little preview how your man move. I done went out early and got all my pharmaceutical products from said vendors. And you do realize with 90-degree heat comes extra melanated activities on the streets. All those who are in tune know exactly what I mean. So I said, let me get what I got to get early. And then the places I move throughout the day, I can move accordingly, knowing that by Sunday night or Monday morning, I'm probably going to go live so we can talk about the 700,000 melanated incidents that will be occurring this weekend. Yes? Yes. So the point of this particular one, as you can see, is popular culture as a weapon. There's certain videos on this channel that I've done throughout the years, quite a few, where I try to relay that to the people. I ask people when they're done to check out, what is one that people like? The birth of gangster music. That's what it's called. The birth of gangster music. And there are numerous videos on the channel discussing the impact of the minstrel era, as well as eras preceding that, the era of the Ethiopian opera, and bring it a little bit more forward where this birth of gangster music originates with the Coon era. And so with that said, I want to jump in and out of certain points with that, but I'm going to start with today so we can work our way backwards. And I think that's a cool way to analyze history, something that you're more familiar with, and then you begin to take steps back to, put the pieces together to see if this is something new or if in fact history does repeat itself. So with that said, let's get to it and welcome. Please like the show on your way in, and let's do it. So share screen. Oh, they got all this new. Oh, you can share slides on here now. And you can share video file, morphology. Thank you, RG. I told you smart people are in the room, and this is the only chat where that is rewarded, awarded, and applauded. I am in a rapping mood Saturday morning. And shout out to the West Coast cast, because it's 6:30 in the morning. If y'all up doing this, and I give y'all an extra salute. West Coast in the building. Can you still say in the building, or is that like I'm a boomer when I say that now? I struggle with that one. Millennials, help me out. I'll get back to you. So I wanted to start here. This is from a couple of days ago, 20 notable American rappers who are in jail. This is popular culture. This is information that probably all of you guys are privy to in some fashion, or have come across your social media, which is popular culture channels, whether they be Instagram, whether they be a blog, whether they be Facebook, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Conversations on Clubhouse, videos on YouTube, podcasts, and otherwise. So this is popular culture's mediums and forms, and it's weaponed. Popular culture is weaponed, y'all. I gotta start using it like that. But it has been used as a weapon since the birth of this country, and actually the foundation of its popular entertainment is based on it. The first truly Native American popular entertainment was the exploitation of Black people, where white people put burnt cork on their faces and danced around and mocked and mimicked Black people. That is the first popular culture in America. America's first popular culture star was a white man who excelled at it more than others. His name is Thomas Daddy Rice, and he popularized a song called Jim Crow. Those should connect for you. That's right. The Jim Crow that you associate with Martin Luther King and them, right? That's where you learned it from the paragraph in your history book, is actually the name of the first American pop culture star in America. He was a minstrel performer. His name is Thomas Daddy Rice, and his most popular song was Jim Crow. Popular culture is a weapon. You learned about Jim Crow from segregated school buses and lunch counters, when in that was the clue the whole time that this popular culture is the means by these actions that we take against you, Black folks, gets fuel, steam, and energy from, because images, words, and notions where things that they ascribe to us became descriptions of us, which led to their violence against us, fed through them and taught to them through popular culture. The first American popular culture star was a man who dressed up in burnt cork, wiped it all over his face, and jumped around and danced around on the stage, trying to mock and mimic enslaved people. Alleged to have learned to dance in New Orleans or down by one of the areas down there, because it's different places that it took place. But the incident is pretty much him watching a hotel black man who had a limp and sang this song while he helped people get with their luggage and what have you, like this. He's in the bushes watching this song in some fashion. Of course, he adds to it. He then goes and buys, but gives him a few pennies, listen, for his clothes, and then performs that song later at night, and it becomes a classic. It becomes a song that you've heard in various forms and probably have sung through other songs. Needless to say, that is the foundation of American popular culture, the first Native American popular culture. Entertainment is the minstrel show. It is four white men now in blackface sitting in the semicircle playing instruments that's supposed to be Negro songs, it's supposed to be Negro instruments. This is why you see the jawbone as one of the instruments. Percussive tool, but nonetheless, this, my friends, is called the Virginia Minstrels. Look that up, 1843. What am I doing? I got on my computer now. Come on, smart. Now I'm not showing you that. That's going to get me too far off it. I'm just trying to give you all the warm up. The minstrels, these are Virginia minstrels, as you see, and they become the most popular band, and they are often often imitated and never duplicated, whatever. But this is the birth of these themes of popular culture, and they become a mechanism for the lower white classes, the lowly classes, to, one, spout their vitriol at the government through means of a blackface. You see, it was used as a tool for them to get their frustrations off. And also those of Irish and Scottish and other descent who become its early blackface performers in great number, find their way to get into good old the chain of whiteness through this means. And this is a fact. Exploitation, rule number one, the Negro should be on the bottom on your ascent in any fashion if you are not of blue-blooded extraction. That's the mechanism. Popular culture will be the tool to reinforce it, and it will come through these various means. Theater performances, newspapers, radio, video, etc., social media. So with that said, what do we see as dominating today's popular culture streams? Let's take a look at where we are. 20 notable American rappers who are in jail. Rapper, jail, synonymous. Rappers are frequently visiting jail for some or other crimes. This is poorly written, but look here. First sentence: rappers, 99% black, frequently jail or other crime. Popular culture It's a given now. Well, whoever's reading this, when you hear rapper, you frequently know that what is associated with them? Jail or other crimes. It says from ASAP Rocky to Rod Wave, American rappers are not having a bright 2022. I said we're going to start looking at history, but how we're going to do is we're going to take the steps backwards to see, because this is what people know. This is what you can see. Everyone watching right now and later. From charges of firearm possession and drug charges to involvement in gang-related activities, the most famous rappers have been in hot waters. This is poorly written. Here is a complete list of 20 famous rappers who were recently arrested. Look at this, folks. This is popular culture. These are people in popular culture. Combined on here, what we're looking at, these people may have sold 100 million records. And they have Say Cheese, Twitter's account, popular culture. We said the memes with social media and otherwise. Well, look here we here. No ones who are locked. Image of wellness, if we just freeze the frame 2022 and where we are May, is it? The black males through so, and these being the ones that are, when they think of black males, not black male, but black males. Notice I didn't say men, black males. And these are the faces that they're associated with, because why? Popular culture has reinforced it to Karen and Ron. Up and got the feed on CNN or Fox or otherwise. They heard it on the broadcast. Came channel, they logged onto their social media, and these things did happen, mind you, but when is these and push to associate posts with popular culture, that images of quote unquote trigger words, rappers and otherwise, that will define black men as well. Get it? So you know when they see the person, and you black man in particular, I'm talking to you walking down, you ain't got nothing associated with Lucci, Poochie, Gucci, Tucci, and otherwise, and you see the looks, and you see and you feel the heat of the world associating you with what? With this. Where do they get that from? Popular culture. The songs, the videos, the music that we have taken the reins from. We did not start it. Please watch the video on the birth of gangster music so you can see who did start it. And the biggest gangster of them all was not a male or black. It was a white woman. Those are all facts, and I challenge any of the thug rappers, gangsters, and otherwise to prove me wrong. That's a fact. So anyway, as they make their millions and birth modern popular entertainment, the Coon was the #1 character fueling modern popular entertainment at the emergence of theater to at the emergence of radio, at the emergence of the growth and modern entertainment industry, in particular music. This is why the song sheets, which was your CDs or MP3s or whatever of the day, records and what have you, were filled with what? Images of coons in blackface, but the songs were sung by white people for entertainment. Do I need to go slower? Because I will. That was at the turn of the century, from the 1800s to the 1900s, when you see Thomas Edison and his inventions and Broadway is lighting up and so forth and so on. The songs and images that fueled the birth of the popular entertainment culture is coon faces. And they weren't cute, they were white folks singing gangster songs, performing in gangster plays with blackface on. That's how ASCAP gets her going. this is how Broadway gets her going. And that's only in the late 1800s.
The record button ready.
We can take it back to the 1700s, and all of them was doing the same thing over in Britain with your black faces. Because some of you woke people are taking some of these cartoons, don't even know the context, and don't understand who Rolandson and all these other artists are. But I'm gonna let you stay ignorant on that part. Back to this. This is 2022, and today, and let's looky, hey, there is about 1 million years in prison time in the image that we are looking at now. Popular culture is the weapon. So we got Thug and who is this? Pooh Shiesty. I don't know all these guys. I'm sorry, and I just know some of them. Lucci and what's this one? Is this the one that went on the run, right? With the glasses. He about to get 17 life sentences. AR Ab ain't gonna be home until he 106.
Tell you what, I'm gonna just shut my entire internet down.
This guy right here, they gonna fry him, right? But that's the one. Yeah, Casanova. We don't know, and this is one of the Chicago dudes, right? Yeah, this free Rollo though. That's the home. Well, anyway, he got to be grouped in here, but goddamn it, free Rollo if anything. I'm with that. And here we go. Popular culture, you know him, rapper Howard Allen. What's the one? Howard and what? What is that? Is that Ralph? Anyway, Young Thug, Atlanta stand up. They told me I saw something yesterday connected him. One of my buddies told me this before I saw it on the news. I'll leave it at that. This nigga on them connected to damn near 30, 50 murders. Night. But you know him from singing his songs, and you walk. Oh, this is the thing. We walk around saying free these people like they political prisoners. When in popular culture artists who were set up for all of this. Threw some carrots at them, and hey, because you, Thug and otherwise, will what? Give the songs that the rest of them will destructively sing by in their destructive actions, right? So they don't have to do the work anymore of putting the cork on their face, because it's, this whole PC culture, guys, that you are, and you might not like that. So what? Wind up the doll, and then you can have the doll run itself. Harry carries, what they call it. People hear me use the words often. The best way, I think, to catch a body is make them kill themselves. I don't mean for anything, please don't those horn, and I'm talking about as far as this is what's in place. It doesn't need to be white folks in blackface to do it anymore. They run the entertainment industry, and the images that they will accept and put to the forefront will be the ones that they built the foundation of it on, which is what? The exploitation of black men. Is anybody listening yet?
Hit the
This is why that's the only thing that's acceptable. It's not coincidence. It's what it is based on, because when it comes to your image, they have weaponized it for something, which is the history of the country. People have to view you in a certain way, and popular culture is the weapon. La 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 la. Get it? Gunna. What do you think was going to happen, Gunna? I bet you Negroes will start using your real names and changing up now. Looking softer than tissue. Tell the truth. Gunna. All of them going to end up what? Telling. Here you go. But you was on social media, and on what, folks? Billboard magazine. Let me see if I can blow this up to make sure you see it. Am I exaggerating these things? Popular culture, Billboard, pushes this type of culture to represent you, knowing good and goddamn well that it's destructive, but they don't have to dress up like this foolishness no more. To what? Sell the records, look at if we want, and another one I'll go into it because I can go on for this as you hear me just going through this, y'all, for the next 8 hours. Where do you think the start of Billboard comes from? And all of these other things at the same time when they're pushing and calculating the song sheets and what have you. We're getting into radio now, and they have now slowly taken the sounds from you. And oh boy, this is Billboard. South by Southwest is probably one of the biggest music festivals in America, and they know about who Thugger, and they have a thug and a gunner on a cover of Billboard. Do I need to keep going? This was March 2022. This ain't no he talking about all 1700, what they did to us and what we doing to ourselves. This Thugger Hugger got 9 million followers, and they're on the cover of the most popular music magazine talking about the most popular music festival. I said popular culture is a weapon. Thugger and Gunna are on these things. Where are Thugger and Gunna at 2 months later? Where is Billboard in South by Southwest saying, oh no, that's our Thugger and Gunna? We're going to hold them down. Young Thug and Gunna have entered the chat? No, they have entered the CAC and every other prison. That's it.
I'm in fear of my life. I'm in fear of
I don't know what turn mean, but that might be something to you youngsters in the chat. Tell me, I don't know. Turned up? How about this? 42 Doug got watches on 2 wrists, ain't a clock in the prison joint. 2 wrists. That's how much time he gonna do. He gonna be doing twice the time for falling for the same old okie doke where they shine and put flashy things in front of your ignorant behinds and let you do the dirty work. Their hands can stay clean. You'll never see them palm trees on that hat again. 2 watches gonna give you 2 life sentences for being too stupid and falling for it. Over and over and over and over again.
You dummy!
OJ the Jew man. The Jew man. Look at him. Rings and things he sing about. We can keep going and say, this Negro's on my radar for the people who know me for a special reason. Negro, you have gotten the princess of the queens of all queens, the mother of Satan and seduction herself. Rihanna, how you end up anywhere with your simple ass got to be pulling the trigger on anything?
We can't let nobody go on believing we all fools like you.
You probably shot the club up the same night you shot the gun and shot homeboy, didn't you? Allegedly. Or you done shot homeboy, you done went back to the queen of all queens, the greatest thing God has put on this earth besides my mama and my children. Rihanna, and got scared and shot the club up that night. Now you got a boy. As soon as them stitches come out, might have a stepbrother. You gonna be gone, dummy.
I'll spell it.
Why none of y'all caught the fact that he got the Masonic symbol on his rider right here? Ain't y'all like the Illuminati era is old? Y'all supposed to be talking about, see, he riding amphibious devices because he down with the Masons. You see, he gonna get off. That's to let you know. Anyway, man, I bet you won't get one letter written by her. I'm going to stalk. God damn, you done made her baby mother. She bet not be at the playground with little so-and-so and your ass is gone. Look at this. We're going to keep going, y'all. Hard times we took. This is what we do. We then say, yeah, let's put the wall. He is showing everybody, the world, social media, everything. What are you repping? Hard times. So if your scary ass end up getting the hard times, it's entertainment. We're looking at you on social media, flipping through things. Oh, wow, these niggas getting locked up. We'll put your song on, and they're going to have locked up night in the club where all we're going to hear is songs by niggas who are locked up. What is going on? Somebody needs to shake y'all up. This has been going on since the beginning. Who is this? Bankroll Freddie. Lord have mercy. What did you think was going to be Bankroll Freddie? Look at this here. Pooh Shiesty. Hood Rich Pablo Juan. Look at this. He got El Pachan and knives. Like, what do y'all think is going to happen? They dressed up and took off the makeup. You put it permanently, this ignorance on you. Lord have mercy. But this wasn't the point of just this. So I think I've proven my point. We see this flooding popular culture and, you know, Whack 100 and Tekashi and this guy, he now this and prison phones and So we know that this is entertainment. This guy, the race, TK, look at this. He got on FUBU looking like he should be going to his room doing some algebra homework. They about to give him, what, 107 years? The rapper was sentenced to 55 years in prison and is currently serving his time for multiple murders.
Y'all still with me out there? Y'all still there? Shout out to VC Realm. My sister Tamika 1, Crypto D. Yeah, Edward Enigma 9x9 still in the building. Vayasa, VC Realm. Any Herricow, Fani, MBK, Crypto, that's big bro. Is Danny teaching tonight or what? He's slow walking so far. So y'all stay with me, hit the like button, share the show so more people can get this right here. Let's go.
We started believing this because decade after decade after decade after decade, this was in the popular culture, and we became the offerers or the authors of it. But we did not start it, is the critical point. This was not started by Black folks. Black folks were not sitting around talking about making the songs and I'm going to shoot and root and toot this. Yes, there were songs from the Bayou and otherwise of relationships and whatever with blues. And yes, but not to the extent. This is what was acceptable because it was created by them. They got off on them in blackface in this instance doing this foolishness. That is the birth of modern popular culture in America. And if you was going to get off them plantations and do it, you were going to do it like this. And they were going to have a culture built into what? To further your enslavement through peonage and otherwise, because you are letting the ascriptive, look it up, the things they ascribed and put on you, become descriptions of you by actualizing this stuff. They knew it the whole time. They the ones that put you on the plantations in the first place. And before you can get clearly off of them, they had popular culture established, and Daddy Rice was jumping Jim Crow, telling the world, immigrants, and white folks and otherwise how to view, accept, and think about you. So I'm not going to keep going on. Whatever. AR Ab, another one. Matter of fact, I'm going to leave it on this one for this. Perfect example. did videos talking about it, did music talking about it, talked on the phone about it, talked on the corner about it, and talked to Vlad about it. You said, please, I can leave that. I mean, they let you push the button so they can, Harry Carry is real when you can put up like, yo, I'm gonna make these people kill themselves so we don't look as complicit in it. And if you dangle some carrots at them, these melanated beings will go full steam with it. So there's that. I'm going to stop sharing for 1 second. So have we seen that so far, my friends? We wasn't talking about ego, talking about 1632. That was all today. Yes, and I hope people see that. But what we will do now is Rabon, I'm doing it. So, and where's Synapse? Synapse going to thank me for this one. I'm not choosing size and nothing, y'all. I just happened to find this and I said, ooh, you got it with that one. I need to share it with the people. So I'm going to now, let's take a walk backwards. Let's take a little walk backwards. Okay. Here's a quote. I think I can make this bigger so that people can see. This is, oh man. I wish Ogun was here because I like the way that Ogun says Booker T's high school, Booker Taliaferro, Washington. Hold on. This is 1908, my friends. You could tell when a nigga too nerded out. I clipped this on Valentine's Day last year. Like, damn, you don't got no social life? Everybody else out. We probably was on COVID lockdown. And I'm clipping Booker T quotes. Get a life, dude. Damn. So I'm going to read this. This is by Booker T. I gave it away, but I'll read it. How Negroes should be judged. Some people, this is 1908. Some people are fond of passing judgment upon the progress of the race based upon their observation of that class of Negroes who are found in the police courts. I'm going to start again, so I want people to pay attention to all of this, right? Some people are fond of passing judgment upon the progress of the race based upon their observation of that class of Negroes who are found in the police courts. It is always unsafe and unfair to depend on the police courts to get one's impressions of the progress and standing of any race of people. This is Booker T. Washington, 1908. In this respect, I ask the American people to judge my race as other races are judged. That is by their best representatives and not by their worst representatives. Who are we represented by? By our worst through popular culture, my friends. Let me continue reading. It would be entirely unfair for me to pass judgment upon the question of the industry, the intelligence, and moral standing of the people of your city. He's in Brooklyn at the time. But what I might observe any morning in your police courts. So he's saying, so I shouldn't judge by the people walking around. I should judge by the people in the police courts who are the ones that they keep putting all through the paper, which is the popular culture means, because newspapers are popular culture. Get it? I do not do this. I pass judgment upon your civilization, but what I see in your industrial, your business, your educational, and your church life. Are we judged on our industry, our business, our education, or our church or spiritual life? No, we have the 20 top American rappers in jail to be in Whack 100 and Big U and Free and Larry Hoover and Okay, so that was the quote from. What is he talking about, though? He's talking about a few things. And one of the things he's talking about, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Some of you guys have seen this before, but those who haven't, woo! What he's talking about in those newspapers and in those police courts is something that you're not going to find nowhere else, because I'm the first one to tell. I didn't started to find it, but God damn it, watch this. It's called the Police Matinee, and I've talked about this before. It was in the biggest newspaper, the Atlanta Constitution and Journal, my friends. I'm going to go slow because this is going to really sink in this time. As you can see, oh, Lord, what did I do? I got too small for my own good. Oh, here it is. Can I make, there we go. I can make this screen big. As you can see, this is the Atlanta Constitution and Journal, y'all. They have, I need to make this clearer because they're not going to believe it. Entertainment, I said popular culture is a weapon. We know that everybody's looking at the newspaper. We know that America, the folks, is not the most illiterate, so we know our pictures are worth 1,000 words and they affect people. Yes? Stop it. Get out of here. Beat it. And what we see here, friends, is a busy session. We're at the police barracks. And I need to make sure you see this. This is their entertainment, because it is you getting beat upside the head by a policeman with a baton. Because they will go into the courts and, well, we'll see. So they go and they talk about the cases, right? And they have you in this Negro dialect stuff that they write, never, and talk about your alleged crimes and all that stuff. So people are reading it as entertainment. That's step one. Okay? This, step one. So people can read about it and they make up these crazy court cases based on actual ones, but they take liberties with them to destroy your character. What that leads to, friends, is things like this and the birth of the modern comic strip. You see what this is? Oh, here you go. Y'all know it's going down. The weather's back out because the dude with the loud music, he's around, y'all. Y'all hear that? That's one dude walking with a Bluetooth speaker playing George Benson or whatever. So if y'all hear that in the background, actually I kind of like that. I'm gonna start using music for my little. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, this is the Police Matinee. So it leads to this. This is real. This is, once again, the biggest newspaper in the South. This is 1901. This is what Booker T. Washington was referring to, what was going on in those courts and this police matinee that was killing us. Popular culture was a weapon. Look at this. So they would start off with a poem. In this case, we'll read, oh, this would be fun for the apples who are lurking in the cheap seats. So here you go. Played Big Indian Chief. He gave a Darktown Wild West show and played Big Indian Chief. The police scouted for a scout, and now he's come to grief. And they would do pictures like this where they would have these, notice they look familiar, coon images, pickaninnies and otherwise, because this is the baby, representing you, this is Atlanta, in actual court cases. So it says, what do you want to go about scaring children for? The recorder asked John Scott Watts, a tall citizen of Darktown with a piece of an ear gone. Just playing, Judge, whatever. It wasn't any fun for the children, stated the recorder. The officer tells me you gave a little Wild West show and dressed up like an Indian just to scare those children. Just think of 500 pickaninnies all running and screaming at the same time. A great, gawky, overgrown man creating such a panic just to have a little fun. Lord have mercy, exclaimed Watts, and yada, yada, yada. But the main thing is these are the stories and the images, my friends, that birth the modern comic strip your exploitation, and it's always you end up and you dealing with the legal system. You're going to end up in jail or dead at the end of all of this ha 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 key we just saw what the 20 American rappers were. So don't you think, okay? But in the meantime, that is our entertainment. This is how we can soften the actions that we take upon you. Oh, they deserve to be locked up forever and this happened to them, but look at how they act. Look at the music they make. Look at the videos they do. You see? Now they have a built-in look at the reason that they're doing this to you mechanism. Woo! True ones, ain't they? So these are I can go through as I want to just show you guys, like, this isn't just one. This is all of them in the biggest newspaper in the South. You see? Darktown Jamboree was actually two black men fighting. This dude scamming here. This is what Booker T is referring to. Should we be judged by this foolishness that y'all doing, or judged by the people of industry that's going to Tuskegee, Morehouse, Spelman, Howard, and the people of industry, or the people that's trying to build up the black parts of Atlanta and all the other places we are. The people of industry, we shouldn't judge them. We should judge them by what y'all keep putting in what popular culture and the news. Anybody getting this yet? And then, mind you, this is the Coon era. There were songs, the top songs in 1901 was Coon, Coon, Coon. This, matter of fact, let me just show you how your man could just, this is like why I just dribbled on him and start shaking him like, oh, he got his sham guard on right now. So now, this is 1902, as we can clearly see. Let me show you the correlation. Let me correlate it for you. And this is the newspapers before we get back and read it. Hey, yeah, what's up, AR? I want you to type Coon, Coon, Coon. Some of you have heard the song. What was the most popular song? And I believe it was 1901. Let's go see. Let's go see. This is going to validate what I've been saying the whole time, my friends. So now that we see Coon, 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 which you guys can do at home. Matter of fact, we'll go to Wikipedia so you can see it's no sleight of hand tricks. This is the part where they say, well, where are your sources at? Well, if you follow along, you can have the sources yourself. So no need to ask. See the difference between Indo and oregano? Back to this. This song was 1900. As you can see, the most successful, well, that's the smaller version. I'm not going to download it because I own it. There you go. Well, it's a little bit bigger. The most successful song hit of 1901 was a white man in blackface singing "Coon, Coon, Coon," and the lyrics go also, I wish I was another shade. I wish my color would change. I'd rather be a white man instead of being a coon, coon, coon. Okay, so you have, this is the most popular song. Remember, the popular culture is a weapon. The songs that were being sung by white folks were songs like this. This is one of the most successful and popular. And let me just throw this in there for you because we're going to get real ill. It's Saturday and I still got my little clip up. I ain't even lit that yet, y'all. Guess who used to make these songs popular because it ain't no radio yet? Who used to make these songs popular was The Plug. Oh, the Cash App is History Man 718. If you've learned or learning things that you've never heard before and you appreciate the content or you want to support what we do, it's History Man 718. I'm going to do my part, as you can see. And if y'all do yours, everybody contributes a little bit. It goes a long way. I appreciate that. But I'm going to keep going. The number one song was that Coon, Coon, Coon. And I said before, I tell you, I'm going to give you the plug and say it once again. The Cash App is History Man 718. I said the plug, since there was no radio, was the main means. This is what the plug comes from. The things that we attribute to the drug game and the gangster game are actually verbiages that came from the creation of the real hustle by hustlers, which was the birth of popular culture and entertainment. And the plug, write this down, my thugs, because you can go back to the corner and tell these guys. The plug was short for song plugger. What did he say? He trying to use white people talk. The plug was short for song plugger. These were the people who went around and either whistled or sang the songs, meaning that they would go around singing and performing on pianos in restaurants these songs. Song plugger. He's not making any of this up, folks. Song plugger. Uh-oh. That's where the plug comes from, Negro. And they were also hustlers, but I won't give you that one yet. A song plugger was a vocalist or piano player, did he not say that, employed by department and music stores and song publishers when the early 19th century. What were the songs? What is 1901, early 20th century, excuse me. What is 1901 when the most popular song was Coon, Coon, Coon? This is the song sheet that contains the lyrics and the musical notes that are being played on the pianos.
Hit the motherfucking Cash App, scam God. This is what you niggas want.
That's where the plug
Hit
came
the
from.
motherfucking
You're welcome for that extra jewel. I wasn't even planning on dropping that there. Somebody picked that up. Now you got that. We've only just begun. Anybody out here with me? Thank you, Brendan, for your donation. Huh? We could get ill with this, but I ain't gonna have me just spitting stuff for recreation. Thank you, Brendan, my brother. Cash App is History Man 718. If you've learned where the plug come from, because don't tell me you knew that before. Okay, so now we see that. And this is how you can see the modern usage and how it goes to how it eventually get down to yo Negro behinds, the plug. And that's what plug talk was. It was them singing coon songs. Hold that, thuggins. You don't even know that you are bigging up the exploitation and so much of your verbiage. Back to this. So we got that in the music, and now we got this through the papers. And now I'm going to read it to you so you can see it and get a better idea, friends. Like, yo, they playing it. Let it go. Let it go. Nobody believes that we... I ain't going to get too op-edy with this one. Just going to show it. Show it. Don't tell it. Just show them. They're going to say you lying. You just put it together and you show them. All right, self. So this is telling you how this thing came about. It says the story of the police matinee. You understand? The movement of offenders from the recorder's court to the stockade make a story full of lights and shadows. Please listen to what I'm telling you. This is it. This is popular culture is weaponized, and it has been from the beginning. And your exploitation is the root of it. American popular culture especially. It cannot exist without it. And you just say, okay, well, that's not entertainment. That's the news. They have merged those worlds. You get your news from the same place you get your music from and all these other things nowadays. All the same companies. But the form, there you go. That's going on. So what is this? You getting beat up again in your association with what? Here's the gambling and the dice. Here's the liquor. Here's your fascination with the dollar bill. And here's you getting some sense snapped into you by what? By the baton. This is in, once again, the Atlanta Constitution and Journal, the biggest newspaper in the South. This is 1902. While people are reading newspapers, someone in the background is singing Coon, 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 and all the other coon songs of the era. Do you think they can have a positive interpretation or representation of you when all of this is flooding popular culture? No, you don't, because we started this off by showing the quote from Booker T. Maybe you'll get it on a rewind. Maybe they'll get it on a rewind, Coach. This is the courtroom. This is an actual courtroom. This is our elders and ancestors. This is a source of entertainment because from this is where they draw these ridiculous cartoons, and you know damn well they're getting a raw deal. I'm not going to go into all of the history of it, but here you go. This is what you're going to see. The pictures are dark. I apologize. They're from a century ago. See? All out for the stockade is the first one. Shackling the prisoners is you right there getting shackled to go to where? To go to chain gang. And so I will correlate with that. Chain gang, Georgia. Is it just a thing? Let's see. What if I put Georgia chain? No, you're not gonna give me Georgia chain gang. Y'all think Wikipedia got me, right? Pay attention, gang. Come on now. Georgia chain gangs. By 1955, it had largely been phased out in the U.S., with Georgia among the last states to abandon the practice of chain gangs. And
Pardon self. People just coming in the building. This is pre-recorded. Shout out to my brother Ogun Bowler in the building. Grown man 773. Yeah, this is pre-recorded, bro. Everything is everything. Teddy Usamahat Ras Neferu. Pure Black is in the place. YouTube 91. I've been trying to cut in for a minute now because it's hard to cut in the Truth Story because it be going in non-stop, yo. Punchline after punchline. But we're going to keep it going. My brother Asar Imhotep is in the building. The Black Man is God. African Resistance TV, peace to you. VC Realm in the building. Yeah, I think I shot everybody else. So yeah, we're gonna keep it going. Y'all make sure I hit the like button as y'all come in and share the show, y'all. Let's go.
formula switch to get tough on crime, which we know because that was our stuff. It came from Chain Gang, right? And this was tied into the culture and the vagrancy and the peonage and the exploitation of trying to get free labor. Remember when Jim Crow emerges, when there begins to be the emergence of free Black people. Ooh, anybody catching up yet? Jim Crow's 1820s, 30s? Ooh, back then, 1820s, you start to see a free class of Black people emerging, and popular culture shifts to making fun of them. This is where you have Zip Coon from. He was a free Black man. Plot thickens. But will we see the biggest newspaper in the South exploiting people in Booker T, seeing the correlation between how this is leaning up, and then we see that what a chain gang? Good old Georgia. Anybody listening yet? Let's see with the newspaper machine. So there you go. And that's how they end up on a chain gang, all tied to that popular culture, as we can see. See how that works? Pretty clear example. Coon, 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 songs, the newspapers, the cartoons. Now look around today, my friends, and look at the main images of us in popular culture. And then also look at how we are doing pushing P videos from behind the wall now, and doing videos from behind the wall now, and slowly merging the babies to get comfortable with growing up and living behind the wall. Wow. Maybe we'll figure it out when we all behind the wall. Hey guys, how did we all get here? Oh. Oh man. God help us. And here's your chain gangs. Yeah, you got baseball teams emerging. And let me see if I need to thank anybody else. Let me see. Continue. I want to say thank you to Jamal. I guess I got to work harder today for the rest of these Negroes. But thank y'all too for supporting what's going down. The Cash App is History Man 718. And this one,
Please,
may be the
hit the
last
Cash
jewel that is given in visualization form. Yes, I said visualization, because I'm not going to give more away. I'm going to do that no more for free. Here you go. That Chain Gang, Papa Entertainment. Don't you Negroes love basketball? Yeah, you do. Well, guess what they had? There was a basketball team named the Georgia Chain Gang, and they played in prison uniforms. Y'all see it? I didn't make it up. It says the Georgia Original Color Club, who will perform at the Boys Club Gym tonight. That's right, folks. Popular culture has its tentacles in ways that we just can't see, and cross-pollinates. Yes, this is an actual team, the Georgia Chain Gang, and they played in prison uniforms. Damn. Lighters. Anybody doubt that popular culture is a weapon now? I'm biased. I've been hearing that, and if there's a group that's serious, I will do it. But I'm not wasting my time for the whole, like, it has to be a small group. If people want to pay, you know damn well I'll give it all up. Well, you know what I mean by that. So yes, you can help add to the conversation. Let me put the link in there. I can invite people to invite guests to chime in. Sure. Give me a chance to refuel. There it is. There it is. People want to join the conversation. You are welcome. I ask that you not like the video and whatever. And if you feel that you honestly learned one thing, hey, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. But I think we need to find better ways to support each other. And I'm just being real. Thank you. I didn't see this up there, the Centavo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, Coach, you can all add. Where is the, like, I don't see all the. Wait, there goes Ogun. There you go. So what I did add to the stream. Boom. Welcome, my brother.
What's up, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good. I'm gonna go on mute.
Nah, I'm finna get off here. I just want to add this.
Okay.
So I dropped the source in the chat. When you talked about the stockade, a lot of the guys from the stockade were sent to a lot of work camps in Georgia. Please, well, in Atlanta, we had a couple farms that they would work on. How I know this because I had an uncle that was sent to one of the work farms. and one of the work forms was the Chattahoochee Brick Company. And I dropped the source in the chat. If they want to read slavery by another name, it's a it's a lot of sources and a lot of stuff that they can keep going, follow up their research on. And the Dogtown Chronicles, it's a whole series out there that talked about Dogtown in Atlanta, which was over there in the Fourth Ward area.
All right. Since you did it, keep talking, goddamn it. Now I got to give it to you. Because you now are going to correlate.
I'm finna get off here, man. Me and my family finna go. I'm going to jump on from the phone. All right.
Okay. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that because he done threw the alley-oop. I was about to get out the door. And I'm like, let me give him one more. See if I could work for mine around here. You know what I'm saying? These other people telling you to get, I see that the numbers go up and they don't give you nothing. Right? I'm going to give it all to you and see if I works for mine, whatever. So he said, mind you, he said Darktown. I'm going to now show y'all what Darktown really was in popular culture. How about that, Jack? He said it because he threw me the alley-oop and didn't even know it. I'm going to tell you this, that Darktown was the most popular form of cartoons before before the comic strips and what have you. And it dealt with the exploitation of you. And how am I going to set this off to show you? We don't like just talking around these parts, Sean, because they ain't going to believe you. No way, these black folks. Facts. Share screen. Yes, you lead up into Darktown Strutters. Yes, but that Darktown Strutters is going to come from historic. Stop sharing. Okay, so we're going to go back here. And so what we're going to do is watch. Let me go to my little clip and it's Darktown. So y'all can see ain't nothing up my sleeve. Boom. Yes. You see? Didn't do nothing. This is real. Darktown was a comic strip that came from somewhere else. Let me go slow with this. So here is Darktown. You see the darky coon faces that has. What does it says? New Year's compliments in. That's right, Darktown. You see? Darktown and Coonville were names that they would create for these stories about where the coons lives. Blackville, Coonville, and Darktown. You also see Coontown as well. So you can see Darktown then becomes the mechanism for this popular culture blend, Darktown colored bands, white folks in blackface, right? Darktown, get it? So I'm showing you that this is in everywhere. There's a whole lot more. Let's see. I thought it was over. There's a whole lot more. Darktown is the Darktown performances, right? Here's a Darktown marriage where they make fun of you. This is from 1899. This is what they were reading in newspapers, making fun of you, your Darktown marriages and all this other stuff, you see? But what we'll do is also this, because these are my people and I work for mine. The Cash App is History Man 718. Before I go there, let me walk you slow and let me teach you something about art. TK, get your art hat on. Courier and Ives.
I got something real for your ass.
Everybody can learn something. Courier and Ives. This is where this idea of just art for the masses comes in, and you begin, because printing has been revolutionized industry during this time, and lithography and what have you. So you begin to see advertisements on products and just art in various ways, but like postcards and affordable art. So you don't have to worry about trying to acquire the Van Gogh, which you never will. This is what becomes Americana. Courier and Ives sits at the center of that. of what we do. And people can look at this. They're printmakers in their own thing, and they're the biggest in America. Learn some history as well along when you are with your boy, Uncle Truth. Okay? All of this correlates. You should know who this is just for general conversation, as well as understanding there's a history behind these things. And anyway, Curry and Ives, you will see, you will learn about, right? Their most popular print, listen close, their most popular print was, this is where the drums come in, something called Darktown. And these are some of the images that you will see. This is a Masonic ceremony, and these would be collectibles. People would collect these things and trade them and put them up on their mantles. You see the coon faces, and they would be us in crazy situations like that. They usually be in two parts. So the first, I showed you the second part first. Here's the other one. See? Initiation ceremonies of the Darktown Lodge. Why? Black folks were heavily involved in fraternal orders, and they began to make fun of it because that was the way that we organized, was through fraternal and civic orders. So the image that the masses got was that. So now we have Darktown. Our barber shops were places. You can read Knights of the Razor to understand the significance of our barber shops. And they have us all, people have a sharp eye with simian features, as we can look at their faces. And this is tonsorial art, in the Darktown style. Oh, it doesn't want to work with me, that one. Okay, I'll keep going. Let's see if I can find a really crazy one. Okay, see, as you can see, this is a football match between who? Darktown against Blackville. Didn't make up anything I was saying, folks. And so if these are the images that people are collecting before comic books and all this other stuff, what is that impression that they're going to have of you? This, my friends, is the same era as the Police Matinee and Coon Coon Coon, and every race has a flag but the coon, and Georgia chain gangs proliferating, and the KKK really pushing that the white woman needs to be protected because look at what the black folks are doing, and all the white folks are doing are singing these songs about these black folks are doing all this other stuff, making up in their minds. It's being reinforced, and I have slowly and hopefully to a degree you can follow the steps of how popular culture is a weapon. Yeah? Yeah?
Bang,
huh?
Bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
So, it's about to be 90 in New York. Your man about to light his. I hope you did learn something new. Thank you, Brendan. I appreciate that. And I hope, my man Jesus, I know he got something from it. And Coach George Macon as well. I hope you do understand how this imagery, this music, and this culture that we have is important. And do we need 700 drug dealer stories, networks, or whatever at this point? Is that the only thing? Because we're running out of things to combat that imagery. We have taken the reins, and as a means of getting up, exploiting us is a way to do it. 50 Cent's whole thing is based on this, and he's not the sole one to blame by any means, and he's doing it because that's an avenue to get money. So I ain't completely blaming him. My question is, what do we have to combat it? Because Booker T then said, hey, don't look at YFN and Young Thug and Gunna. You need to look at those of industry and all these other things as a representation of the us. And we, the civilians and otherwise, need to do a better job of, we can't even find them at this point. Who are they? Why don't we know them? And why do we know the 20? We're caught up in this matrix too. The 20 rappers about to get 5,000 years. So can we be mad to a degree at the other folks who then look at these social media, popular culture is the main way, who are then inundated with this image of the black male? At some point, you can't say that they made you do it. You put on 2 watches in the picture and being felonious and accurate. They didn't make you do that. They didn't make you do that. They didn't make you keep acting stupid when you got a mechanism to get out. They didn't make you think that the thing that they did was they played. I'm gonna leave it with this. They played on us. And this is a sign of exploited people or people oppressed in general. You look for means and ways to gain some power. And it's just like an abused person to a degree. At some point, you're going to internalize this abuse and try to use this as a power source. We have done that historically, whether we want to admit it or not, with the N-word. So you can play all this, I mean it in a different context, garbage if you want. But we have taken that word because of our conditions or whatever, then they kept shoving it at us, flipped it on them, and used it as a power source for us. And so now this same thing happened where we get inundated with, okay, well, this is what we're going to accept of you, ascriptive becoming descriptive, and that's it. And look what we're doing. We're saying that this is just what it is, and if we make a come up, that's how it's supposed to be. But we're the ones suffering through all this. Same thing with the crack era. Like, yo, black people need to sit down and a realization check, yo. We was the same one talk about make it crack to this, make it crack to this, and messed up the whole hood. They got bigged up off of that. We was happy with all of this. Oh, look, he got cars and all, and nothing now, George Macon, right? Nothing now. Who was there? Nothing. Where is it? So that was a waste. And now we right back again. It's cyclical with this, and it's a waste again. But this is the things that an oppressed people are going to look for anything. This is why you run into Madison and Fifth Avenue and breaking in the goddamn Ferragamo stores. This is what an oppressed people does. They look for the tools and the increments of the rich for some validation. This ain't just limited to black folks by any means. This just us doing it. This is why. So I'm going to get out the hood. And the first way to say that I'm doing good is I'm going to go run and get all of this stuff from Madison Avenue. So I can have the symbolism. Well, I'm doing all right now. How? What does that mean? Once again, I'm talking about my black folks. This ain't limited to black folks. White folks did the same thing. This is where you get middle class from. They were the middling class. And these were people trying to make a come up, trying to imitate the people with the real money. Yeah. This is where your metrosexual comes from. Yes. Look up Beau Brummel and other people like that. All style, no substance. BEAU, BRUMMEL. Look up the middling. I mean, you're gonna think, man, just talking to you, just use fancy words. Let me do this on the way out. Darn it. I said on the way out like 100 times, y'all, right? He's high. Share. Pros. Share. We was doing so good. What happened? Hello? The computer. Okay. I think we still there. Okay. Before we get to even the middle class wanting them set themselves from the black masses, we're talking about the middle class of why it even exists. We have a perverted version of that because, in essence, the middle class is supposed to come up from the lowly class. This creates a bridge to those who is Uh-oh, hold on. I don't want to. Yeah, y'all. All right, let me end this. Good. Oh, Lord, okay. Yeah, my computer's about to die. It's been long enough. Anyway, Cool Joe, you're going to bring your old behind on here. We're going to get this done at a later date. But what I'm trying to say, because we're going to miss something if I'm trying to talk to, what you call it, talk to just your comments. Because I think we're not arguing. We're talking about kind of two different things a little bit. So, folks, with that said, before my battery dies, I do hope you at least learn one new thing. Hey, maybe I'll go live tomorrow, depending on the response I get today. And if you'd like me to continue along on this line,
I'm in fear of my life. I'm in fear of getting maimed or disabled by violence.
Yeah, it looks like Truthstorian's computer died. So with that, I'm out too. I'm about to eat, so I'm out, y'all. Y'all enjoy your night. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Catch you on the replay.
Each one teach one. Stay away from fuck niggas and take care of your moms.
Time for a change of the guard. Time for a change of the guard.